Alright.
The powder still needs some time to settle, so let's wait a little longer. Well, what do you think of my collection? Do you feel like you have a better understanding of Natlan's culture now?
Yeah, if each item represents a different story, seems like Natlan's really been through a lot.
Quite a lot.
Does every item hold a special memory, just like Atea's talisman?
That's right. The items in my collection actually serve a similar purpose to the ancient names passed down among the tribes. They demonstrate the true shape of time.
The shape of time?
Yeah.
Most people perceive time as a linear concept, almost like a straight line that can only move forward. We cannot change the past or predict the future. But there's also a different theory, one that I believe to be closer to the truth. Namely, that the past, present, and future all exist at once.
Oh?
At once? Paimon's not sure she understands.
Enlighten me.
Let's say your journey ended right now. Thinking back on your experience in each nation, which one would you say was the most important?
That's a great question. I couldn't tell you. For him, all of them.
Exactly. Even at the end of your journey, the things you experienced along the way don't cease to exist. They become part of who you are. Take out a portion of that journey, and you would likely make very different decisions, and eventually arrive at a very different destination. The future is the same way. It exists even though it has yet to come to pass. We just lack the means to perceive it. Of course, there are those with the power to foresee the future. They simply call it by a different name. Fate. You're quite familiar with that concept, I would imagine.
That does kinda make sense. The future hasn't happened, but already exists.
Humanity
Don't think
excels
about it
at
too hard.
living in the present. But too often we forget the past and neglect the future.
So ancient names record in the... So ancient names record the past.
While the pilgrimage and the Night Warden Wars lead us to a better future.
Yes.
Only by uniting the people of Natlan across countless eras can we fight back against an enemy as formidable as the Abyss. To come up with such a set of rules, the first Pyro Archon must have possessed a level of insight I can only imagine. That's correct. At first, he was a mortal man with no special power. After he ascended to the divine throne, he used it to borrow power from the heavens and establish the rules of Natlan. Namely, a framework through which ordinary people can ascend to Archonhood. By holding the pilgrimage, we're able to determine the strongest among us. And when that person ascends to the divine throne, their inner flame will awaken.
So how do I get my inner flame to awaken? Because you see, there's this thing that I can do when I touch a statue of the Seven, and you know, I touch a statue of the Seven, and I get, you know, that specific power resonating with that specific Archon. So, you know, I've gotten Animo, Geo, Electro, Hydro, you know, Dendro, so and so. But I didn't get Pyro when I touched yours. What's up with that? How do I awaken my inner flame?
In addition, the sacred flame will grant them significant knowledge and memory of this land. After all, that's how I came to know everything I just told you.
So, it all comes down to the power of the divine throne and the rules. Wait, is that a family portrait?
Dang.
Yes, that's my mother,
Look at them.
father, younger sister, and the little saurians we raised.
That's adorable.
I turned a piece of my dad's leather armor into a canvas and commissioned a famous artist to paint our likeness.
Your sister is so cute! It looks like the two of you are really close.
I feel a sense
I
of
was
work
having a
coming.
hard time thinking of an Archon as an ordinary person, but seeing this portrait, it kind of makes sense now. It really doesn't look like there was anything special about you before. Oh, wait, is Paimon allowed to say that?
A little late for that question, don't you think?
That's kind of crazy.
Sorry! Paimon's so sorry! Paimon's mouth works faster than her brain sometimes!
It's all right. I'd never get upset over something like that. No matter what others may say, my past is a precious part of my identity. I'm forever proud of the life I used to lead. Becoming the Archon doesn't mean you sever ties with your family. The position just comes with a lot of responsibilities, so it impacts how often you get to see them. My father made the most delicious stew, so my sister would often bring me a large pot of his cooking, and we would sit on a blanket and eat it together. One time, we didn't close the door securely, and the Saurians you were raising ran into the room and knocked over the entire pot. My sister immediately burst into tears. The two troublemakers were going for the meat, but when they saw my sister's distress, they froze on the spot.
Oh.
I still remember the way they laid there, sulking like a pair of children, even after making such a mess. It was frustrating, but in the end, all I could do was comfort my sister and move on.
Wow.
Isn't that what being a family is all about?
Fair.
I think about that story a lot, actually. As the Archon, I made a vow to defend this nation, and experiences like that, they remind me exactly what I'm trying to protect.
I do wonder, though, since you're an Archon, does your lifespan extend for as long as Archons do? You know how like Zhongli and Nahida and all of them and Farina are like years, thousands of years old and whatnot? Isn't Nahida like the youngest one, being 500 years old? So does that mean your life is also extended and you'll live for like thousands of years as well?
Well, what happened after that? This portrait looks pretty old. Your sister must be all grown up by now, right?
I believe she ended up working as an architect and artist. She built many houses and crafted many beautiful works of art.
So your sister
Anyway,
deceased.
that's enough about me.
That's what I'm
Now that the powder is settled, we can begin. Ian-san, Mulani,
I have
Chaska,
questions. I have
over here,
questions.
please. Place the ancient name up there, and then we'll begin.
Oh, okay, I already have it. So it's like an Avengers meetup.
Surely as the echoes of life resound through heaven and earth, so too shall our stories remain eternal. Ancient name, take us to your fated bearer. Allow her to answer our call.
Am I hallucinating again?
Kachina, are you okay?
Huh? I'm not seeing things, am I? Is the Abyss playing tricks on me again?
It's okay, Kachina. It's just
Oh,
us.
Kachita!
We're trying to find a way to bring you back.
We need to protect this child at all costs.
You have to listen to me. I've been investigating the Night Kingdom this entire time, and I figured out what's wrong. The Wyab is being affected by the Abyss. I was waiting for the Wyab to send me back, but then this really strong monster came in and it almost killed me. The Wyab saved me, even though its power is weakening. So I've been hiding from the monsters while trying to find a way to help. The Night Kingdom has become a huge mess, though. I keep hearing these awful sounds and seeing really horrible things.
Don't listen to those sounds, Kachina. The Abyss is trying to strip you of your sanity. All you need to do is stay safe and wait for us. We'll be there shortly.
It's okay. I feel so much better now that I've had the chance to talk to you guys. You don't need to worry about me. I've never been strong or special at all, really. So I don't blame anyone for forgetting about me or leaving me behind. Just knowing you care is more than enough. I'll find a way back. You don't have to put yourselves in danger to come rescue me.
My heart.
You're always like this, Kachina.
My heart.
Now's
keeps
not the
exploding
time to
to a
act
million
tough.
pieces.
We're coming for you, and that's final.
Yeah, our minds are made
I know
up.
what lies the Abyss has been feeding you, but I'll tell you something right now. Nobody here sees you as a burden. You're a victor of the Night Warden Wars, a hero of Natlan. All you need to do is wait for us to rescue you, and you'll get all the applause and recognition you deserve.
I'm really scared. Everything's so dark and creepy here. And I want to go home.
Aw.
Still, I don't want you to put yourselves in danger because of me. I don't want to hold anyone back ever again.
All you need to do is place your trust in us, just like you always have. No one fights alone. We're not leaving you behind. Not ever.
Yeah, we're so close. We can't call it quits now.
Looks like we've lost contact. Now comes the most dangerous part. You have to traverse the Night Kingdom in your physical form.
Oh boy.
This entrance to the Night Kingdom was left behind after an abyssal invasion. Even a brief amount of time inside could expose you to corrosion.
I know. I'm prepared for that possibility.
All right,
We
then I
all
wish you all the best. I'll tell Koichi to be ready just in case. She's very experienced in dealing with abyssal corruption. That face you just made. Don't tell me you two got into another argument.
No, I just feel bad for creating more work for her.
I'll go with them too, Archon. The more people, the stronger the party.
You are very correct about
Thank you
that.
so much for your help, everyone. It really means
And
a
there's
lot that
4
you're
of
willing
us,
to brave
it's
these
literally a
dangers
party.
with me. And there's no time to lose, so let's get going.
Now that I've lost my power, I won't be able to provide much practical support. But I can still keep an eye on the situation from here. Eon-san, I know it's unlikely, but if you encounter a situation you can't handle,
That won't happen.
I hope not.
All right. You have anything to say before we
Be
go?
careful out there. I'll observe the situation from here.
Understood. Can I jump in the fire? Why was that my first instinct to jump into the fire? Okay, it's just up ahead. I'm gonna teleport over here. A helichurl! What does that seem like those guys? Oh boy, recommended elements. Yeah, I see. Damn, that's crazy. No, not switch. Let's go into it. I'm sure we'll be fine. Whoa. It already looks interesting though.
So we're underneath Natlan right now? It looks nothing like Paimon was imagining.
That's because in the distant past, Natlan was home to an incredibly advanced civilization ruled by dragons. Humans only established their own society after the fall of the dragons.
So these are Saurian ruins?
I don't think she's talking about the Saurians. I think she means actual dragons.
Wait, you mean like the elemental sovereigns? They had their own advanced civilization?
I mean, it would make sense, honestly.
Yes, a really long time ago. Very few records have survived until now, so no one really knows what the devices here are for. These ruins have been abandoned for a long time, but with the recent increase in Abyss activity, the installations around here have somehow been activated again.
So what you're saying is, we're not in for an easy trip to the Night Kingdom.
Not surprised.
No. It's going to be obstacle after obstacle from here on out.
Prepared for this. This adventures. Oh, just what I wanted to hear.
Why are you all laughing like that? It's creeping Paimon out.
It's the pre-adventure excitement kicking in, right guys?
Absolutely right.
Of course. I'm eager to get started.
Let's go. Adventurers live for moments like these.
Then let's go. We won't let anything stand in our way.
They really all just sat there and cackled immediately. That's funny.
Seems like the road ends here. How should we get across?
As a professional trainer, I think you could stand to build up your endurance, Paimon.
Professional trainer? Paimon thought you were a warrior from the Collective of Planning.
Well, that goes without saying. But I actually work as a sports coach. I provide professional guidance for many of Natlan's popular sports. And I don't just mean physical training. I design nutrition plans as well.
Ah, so basically no sugar, no soft drinks, no grilled meat.
Yeah, we'll be here all day if you list them out one by one. It's much...
Those guys look
Wasn't done
familiar.
talking.
We've fought them before. Let's go. Show no mercy.
The spirit. Time to kill. All in a day's work.
Into the wind. As one with wind and cloud.
Teamwork is true!
Spring forth! Scatter! Propagate!
Let's light it up!
One with nature. Fallen leaves, adorn my night! The wind knows me. Scatter! Propagate!
No mercy. Ooh. I haven't become one of you guys yet. Oh, let me get those. Oh, wait, hold on. Spirit doors. Okay. Think I get it.
Whoa, the place we need to go seems really high up.
You guys are
One
here.
with nature. Scatter!
By royal decree...
I count on you guys on a daily basis. You're nothing. Come on.
Into the wind.
Oh, really?
One with wind and cloud.
Keep going in!
Midnight Phantasmagoria. Germinate! Wind strike.
Guess what? And
Let's light it up!
I really like the design of that door. I love this part of Natlan so much. It's so creative.
Fallen leaves. Adorn my...
I think you guys are the least of my concern. Come on,
Everybody
like,
stand back!
Wind strike.
you two are nothing. You're nothing either. Who do you think you're gonna? Okay, alright.
Scatter. The wind knows me. Spring forth. As one with wind and cloud.
Okay, I will admit, he did a bit of lethal damage to your boy. But guess what? That's why we got all of this right here.
Propagate.
Alright, stood
Time to go.
I'm going in!
Clouds high. The birds call. Wind strike.
Midnight Phantasmagoria!
Scatter.
Nothing. I do really like it. Sorry, wrong with that. There we go.
This is the final stretch. We just need to climb up, and we'll be there. Nothing to it.
Easy for you to say.
Such a cool feature. Oh.
This must be the entrance the Pyro Archon told us about. The one ripped open by the Abyss.
Ah.
Yes. There's something in the depths of this place that feels familiar, yet also foreign.
We actually have to go in there?
Yep.
Okay, Paimon just needs to psych herself up. Don't push her through before she's ready.
Who's that? Push Paimon through before she's ready?
Hey, you don't have to jump, Paimon. You're pulling too hard.
Did exactly what I said.
Looks like we made it. This is the Night Kingdom.
Whoa.
It looks so different from what I imagined in the stories.
Yeah, there's definitely a
That
vessel
overflow of energy
Look
is
at that.
probably what trapped Kachina here in the first place.
I've seen that. I've seen that a lot. Right in the chasm. Seen that far too much.
From this point forward, everything we know about the real world no longer applies. Anything can happen here.
Mm-hmm.
Paimon's more worried about how we're gonna make it out. We obviously can't go back the way we came.
We'll
Do
find
you
a
see
way.
that patch of light on the ground? It's shining down from that fissure in the sky.
Oh yeah, right in front of us. So that's coming from up there? Oh,
Just like I
Did not
said,
mean to press it.
our real-world knowledge doesn't apply here. We fell all this way, yet came out completely unscathed. If this was the real world, we'd have to climb our way back up to the entrance. But here, all we have to do is stand underneath the light and offer a prayer.
that's it?
Okay. Don't try it now.
You really think that little of Paimon? That's not even why Paimon asked.
So that means all we need to do is find Kachina and bring her to this location.
Exactly. This light is streaming in from the real world. It's a link between the two realms.
The terrain looks difficult to navigate, and the visibility's not great either. How are we supposed to find Kachina in these conditions?
Yeah, these floating black things don't look super friendly either.
Those are all manifestations of abyssal power.
What the fuck?
Be careful.
Ghost! A talking ghost!
We've experienced ghosts before, Paimon. Why are you so scared?
Calm down. I'm here to help.
Hello.
You're the ones who helped Vichama, right? Yes.
Yeah.
I'm Vichama's friend, Malko. I was completely lost to this realm until I sensed a mysterious power calling out to me.
Wow.
It's like it was seeking me out, attempting to reassemble the pieces of who I used to be. Of course, it could only do so much. I'm sorry I can only appear before you in this imperfect form.
No, we should be the ones apologizing. If the Spirit Speaker Stone hadn't become corrupted by the Abyss, we could have done much more. But we had to destroy it. Otherwise, Vichama and his tribe would have been in danger.
Of course. Thank you for protecting him. I never imagined that, even after all these years, he'd still take such a risk for me. Under the power of the stone, it felt like our souls were connected. Turns out even our regrets were exactly the same.
Whether in triumph or death, you want your best friend by your side.
Exactly. That may not be in the cards for us, but it's not too late for you. You're looking for a young girl from the Children of Echoes, right? She's being chased by an embodiment of abyssal power. I'd like to help her while I'm still in this form, so follow me. Be careful. This place has been severely corroded by the Abyss.
I see.
Paimon didn't realize it had gotten this bad.
It's like a seething volcano ready to engulf our world at any moment.
Oh, wait.
You can't go wandering off. Stick close to me. My power will be able to ward off attacks for the time being.
Hold on, because that did, like, a lethal amount of damage to me. Holy shit. Alright, they weren't lying. Yeah, I'm gonna stay extremely close to you.
Let's try another route. This way.
Tarnished souls of the Abyss. Oh, but it looks so cool.
Not good. More monsters.
We shouldn't waste our time on them.
Okay, I guess we're wasting our time on them.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night!
Briefly, I need to take a screenshot of that. Okay.
Oh, Paimon can't see anything.
It's easy to get lost here. Just stick close.
Understood. Damn. How did we just get lost that fast? Yo, you got past experience with the bitch. You should be able to deal with this, right?
Did you hear that? What? Never mind. It was probably just my imagination.
That's not good.
Don't scare Paimon like that.
I heard it too. It was a voice from the Abyss.
What did it say?
It doesn't matter. It certainly doesn't harbor good intentions.
That's not good. They
Paimon
whispering to
deserted
us.
too. Let's keep going. Paimon wants to get out of this place.
Kachina! Dang. It's really trying it, huh? Dang.
We're here, Kachina! Oh, honey, you made it! Looks like our reunion will have to wait until we take care of these monsters. Good
Yeah.
idea. Let's go!
So real, that attack is not good.
Let's light it up! Everybody!
Not for these guys.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Damn.
Wind strike.
Lethal.
You're here! You're finally here! Thank you so much! That monster can appear from anywhere. It almost caught me a bunch of times. The YF's power helped keep me hidden, so I just tried to stay out of sight until you got here. Had a girl. You did so well. And most importantly, you weren't hurt.
Should we start heading back then?
Actually, I have a request. Will you come visit the YF with me? I can't exactly put it into words, but something's wrong with the Ode of Resurrection. And I know it has something to do with the contamination from the Abyss.
That was the Pyro Archon's theory as well. Everything we've seen here certainly seems to back it up.
In the Night
Definitely.
Kingdom, there are 6 main totem poles representing the Wyab of each tribe. You can think of them like the body of each Wyab. Additional totem poles, like the ones around here, serve as proxies to which the Wyab can extend their consciousness. There are countless proxies scattered around the Night Kingdom. Through them, the Wyab can extend their consciousness over the entire realm and track down souls no matter where they roam. But if a proxy were to become severely contaminated, then a soul could become lost within the Night Kingdom.
Judging by the current situation, I don't think we're dealing with just one contaminated proxy. Even if we could drive back the abyssal power from one of them, that probably wouldn't even put a dent in the problem.
Still, we can't just leave the YF to suffer. It's protected me this whole time.
I agree. We might even manage to draw out the monster that's been hunting Kachina. Getting rid of the monster might slow down the deterioration of the Night Kingdom.
Kachina? What's wrong?
Probably corruption from being in the Night Kingdom for so
Just
long.
a headache. And that voice again, telling me to abandon the YF and leave this place.
Maybe we really should leave. Kachina's already been here for too long.
You got a point, but we do need to
No,
protect the Wyab.
I'm fine. I don't plan on
Yeah, I did
listening
not
to
mean to
that
drop that.
nonsense. I can hold on.
Where's the totem pole?
Just up ahead. I'll lead the way. Besides, I can still fight, so please, help me out a little longer. Listen to me, Kachina. We'll come with you, but that's because we want to help the YF, not because we have something to prove. You don't have anything to prove either. It's okay if you reach your limit. We'll be there for you.
All right, the sooner we get this done, the better.
Very much.
We've already come all this way, so we might as well try to get to the bottom of this.
Let's go. This way.
I'll stay here and try to stall the Abyss monster.
I believe in you.
All by yourself? That's too dangerous.
It's all right. I may not be as strong as that monster, but I'm definitely more familiar with the area. Besides, I don't have much time left. If you're anything like my friend, I'm sure you're not particularly fond of goodbyes. So go. Achieve your goal, and return to the world where you belong.
Thank you for everything. You're a true hero.
Thank you. No one fights alone.
Does your head still hurt? Let me help you walk.
I'm fine. You should know I'm made of stronger stuff than that.
This place is pretty creepy though. Whoa. Look at that. Okay. Creepy and cool. I actually really like that design. The design of this area is like wows me. Look at that. And you can see the light from here. Oh, I didn't even notice the floor texture changed. I gotta admire it. It's gorgeous, okay.
Wyatt? Wyatt! I'm back! My friends and I are here to heal you. Wyatt? Can you hear me? Wyatt?
You could speak to the Wyatt? Holy shit.
So we were right. The contamination is already too severe. It's preventing the Wyatt from answering our calls. Alright, get ready everyone. Time to purge the abyssal energy from this place.
Careful. We've got company.
Oh, what are you guys?
Already?
Come on!
You really think that puny soul could slow me down? Courage in the face of futility is pure folly.
Lamine, what is this all about?
He tried to get in my way, so I
Stay sleep! Explain! What the hell is this all about?
You killed Malcolm?
He would have dispersed with or without me. Rather than worrying about him, I would urge you to focus on yourself. You may have defeated
Malco
others of my
was already
kind
dead.
in the past, but underestimate me now, and it will be to your peril.
I don't underestimate you, but at the same time, I know how you fight.
No, the power of the abyss is intoxicating. The destruction it seeks captivates like a masterful work of art. I strive only for the opportunity to see it up close.
That's too bad that you won't get to
I
see
thought
it
this
that way.
naive little girl was an exception, but it turns out humanity is full of lambs willing to offer themselves up to the slaughter. That is the tragedy of your short lives. You understand nothing of all-encompassing power. Ancient names, pride, friendship, all empty ideas invented to give you a false sense of self-worth. They possess no power at all. The Pyro Archon created those grandiose ideals out of pure selfishness. Anything to avoid sharing power. Anything to avoid handing over the primordial gift to ordinary people like you. Don't believe me? Then ask yourself, why is the Pyro Archon strong beyond measure, while you, Kachina, remain so pathetically weak?
I'm gonna stop you right there. Number one, Kachina is not pathetically weak. Secondly, the Pyro Archon is strong beyond power because she's an Archon, a literal god. God!
Kachina,
Foolishness!
give me your hand.
What's up, Alasia?
Feel that? I'm right here next to you.
Thanks, Moalani. You're right. I have nothing to fear. Because I'm not alone anymore.
Let's get with him. Let's
You're right.
get with Joe.
Maybe comforting ideals don't have any power. But you also couldn't be more wrong. You've never had to work for your own strength,
know if I'm playing
so
this
you will
all night.
never
It depends on
understand the
how long
true
the quest
source
is,
of our
my boy.
power.
What?
The courage we have to stand before you and not back down, it comes from our friendship. The
was
power
kinda
lies
corny.
not in the ideal itself, but in our commitment to upholding that ideal, and in our decision to stand together and fight!
Well said!
Let's go, Kachina. It shouldn't take more than 2 of us to handle an enemy like this.
Fuck his shit up.
Sorry in advance, but you deserve.
Why you gotta apologize? Don't apologize to him.
There aren't many in Natlan who can beat us when we're together. It's time he got a taste of that kind of power.
Am I just controlling these two? Yeah.
Carving waves. Check this out. That's right. Oh, chill out. Right here! Clear the area! Let her rip!
Oh no, let her rip. You're gonna do your little thing.
Need a surfboard? Yeah, let's ride! Let's shred, Sharky! Right here! Carving waves! Off we go!
They always run at the last minute.
We won! We actually won!
Of course we actually won. I'm the one controlling y'all.
That's what he gets for underestimating you two.
Fantastic work, Kachina! Absolutely fantastic! This makes me so unbelievably happy. I'm happy too, Moalani. Together we really are unstoppable!
Now let's stop the corrosion of
Huh? What's happening?
What the hell?
My ancient name is glowing? But I thought I didn't bring it with me.
It's probably a projection from the real world. But that doesn't explain why it's glowing all of a sudden.
Wait, does that mean you're...
Are you getting your ancient name?
That was a bold move, diving headfirst into the fire
Who the
to
hell
save
is-
your friend, especially in a place
Damn.
so overrun with abyssal corruption.
Hello.
Still, seeing you pull it off was really something. Everything you said was exactly right.
It's a big
As
ass
isolated individuals, we stand no chance against the power of the Abyss. It took years' worth of scars and lots of unnecessary suffering for me to understand that for myself. The Pyro Archon's plan will unite us as one. Everyone has a part to play. Only then will we have the power to defeat the strongest of foes. Tupac, a warrior from the people of the stars. I fought against the Abyss during the invasion 500 years ago.
Wait. I'm sorry. Wait. Shit. Stop playing. Yo. Nigga. Tupac. Why is his name Tupac? Why is his name Tupac, bro? That's... Whew. Okay, moment over. That's hilarious. I love it.
I've heard that name before. You were the giant who saved all of Natlan.
Yeah.
Since you were able to awaken my words from your
Tupac.
ancient name, that means you have fully embodied the aspirations of the Waya. Under the name Umoja, you shall unite the tribes and save Natlan from its impending doom.
Okay.
Me?
As long as blood still runs through your veins, even the tiniest spark of steel against stone can ignite a flame. Its blaze will become one with our vision for Natlan. Even amid everlasting darkness, our bonds remain eternal.
Give him the fist bump. Yeah. Hell yeah, Milani. You get your ancient name. Look at you, you're glowing.
What's wrong,
You're glowing, and you look cool.
So many memories. My brain was just flooded with everything he once knew. So that's what happened.
What do you mean? Did you just figure something out?
500 years ago, they foresaw the very crisis we're facing now. Efforts to save Natlan started all the way back then.
Yeah.
We can go over the details once we get back. We shouldn't linger here longer than we have to. I know bits and pieces, but I had no idea Mualani was also part of the plan.
Interesting.
This sounds like something that's going to need a lot of explaining. Let's focus on saving the Wyatt first.
Yeah, let's do that. Get up out of here. Then we can discuss all of this later. Cause y'all talking about a lot of lore that I would like to understand. What's with the shot of Aether? The close up.
Okay, that should be enough. Wyatt, can you hear me?
I hear your voice, Kachina, my dear child.
Great. Well
Yes.
then, I'm afraid it's time to say goodbye. I just wanted to make sure you were okay before we leave, but we can't afford to stay here any longer.
Excuse me.
I was going to ask why you bestowed an ancient name upon someone like me, but it's okay. I'll keep searching within myself for the answer. I'll never stop trying to improve my strength. One day, I'll live up to the hero you saw
Kachina's
in me.
adorable.
You
Protect
are
that child at
already
all
an
costs.
outstanding child in my eyes, Kachina. No matter what happens.
Huh?
You are all my most beloved children. It has always been my honor to protect and nurture you. Your ancient name is just that. A name. Much like your parents chose to name you Kachina, I also gave you a name, but it need not define you. Focus on who you want to be. You are already worthy of your name. Now, you need only devote yourself to becoming a better you. The story of your ancient name is for you to continue. Just like your parents, my love for you will never change, no matter what the future holds.
Thank you, Wyatt.
It gladdens me to see the Pyro Archon's plan move another step towards completion. But it is time for you to leave this place. The situation here is getting worse. Go now, my children. Save Natlan on behalf of all you hold dear.
I know we've never met before, Wyatt, but I just wanted to say thank you for encouraging Kachina. It was exactly what she needed to hear.
Whoa! What's going on? An earthquake?
We're out of time.
It's the power of the Abyss. Quick, we need to run!
It's a Sealy! The Sealy opened the way for us!
Random season. Oh, that's actually moving. Yo, it's like the storm. Oh, okay. Wait, listen, we can talk about this. Listen.
The opening in the sky! It's closing!
We need to hurry, or we'll be stuck here.
Let's not get stuck here. feel like they should give you infinite stamina in this scene. They got me slow walking.
Watch out for the falling rocks! Quick, through the middle!
Yo. Get out of here.
Come on, faster! We'll never make it!
Impressive. Oh! So what happens now? Oh, wait. What's this? God? Yeah. Yup. Absolutely right.
You've done well. Now come home.
I love her.
We're back! The Pyro Archon saved us.
Yeah, right, she did.
She's not here.
She was there.
Yeah, didn't she say she used it all up?
Probably because we restored the Y-up.
She's still in the Speaker's Chamber. What we saw in the Night Kingdom was just her consciousness.
So you're saying her consciousness did all that?
Consciousness strong as
Every
shit.
great display of power comes at a price. You must feel terrible, Kachina. Just hold on. We'll get you to a doctor soon. Let's get back to the stadium. The Pyro Archon said she'd have a doctor waiting for us.
I recommend getting a full checkup, just to make sure no damage gets left behind.
Yeah.
Paimon feels okay. What about you, Traveler?
I'm completely fine.
Right. You always seem to do pretty well against the Abyss.
Let's get going. We need to share what we learned in the Night Kingdom as well.
Yeah, it was a lot. I need information.
Right. The Y-Up mentioned something about the Pyro Archon's plan. What is it exactly?
Thank you,
I'll let her
Paimon.
explain everything.
Asking
We're all
the
a part
questions
of the
that
plan
really
now.
matter here.
Every move we make from here on out will decide Natlan's ultimate fate.
I think I'm going to love this arc. Listen, right? Like I said, I will always say, Inazuma was my favorite arc. Alright? That was the first one that I was truly excited for, and it was my favorite everything about it. Alright? So, you know... Yep. Okay. I interrupted my monologue. Sumeru, right? Sumeru was amazing. I loved everything about it. Same for Fontaine. I loved everything about it. However, this right here, it's making a name for itself, yeah. I'm absolutely loving it. This might be a close second with Inazuma. I'm just throwing it out there now. Teach me more. I need to know lore. Pyro can tell me everything you know. I ain't even noticed the throne right here. Yo, that's... I can still on the throne. Yeah, that's fire, literally. That's amazing. Okay. Madam.
Huh. There's a lot less stuff here than before.
Right, what
It's good to see you all here in one piece.
happened to all this?
I know you must have a lot of questions, but let Koichi check you over first. It's best not to let any lingering effects of the Abyss go untreated.
Thank goodness you made it back. I came here as soon as the Pyro Archon told me about your plan. Take a seat, everybody. I'll examine you one by one.
Alright. Despite the short stint in the Night Kingdom, Mulan and the others all have some degree of abyssal contamination. Okay, but thanks to Chiuchu's extensive experience treating abyssal contamination, the harmful effects will not be permanent. Good. The treatment also relieves Kachina's symptoms.
All right, that
Good.
should do it for now. But just to be safe, I'll perform another checkup in a couple of days. I have to say, though, I've never seen anyone react to the Abyss like you, Traveler. It's like you're completely immune to its power.
He always has been special like that. He can even purify its power. Wait, now that you mention it, Paimon doesn't think she's affected either.
Yeah, might be because maybe it's because we're not up. Maybe if you could actually speak proper English, maybe it's because he's not properly from here, which is why he's not affected by it.
Given the current situation, that ability will likely play a great role in the events to come.
Maybe.
Of course. I still have patients to see, so I'll head out.
Thank you, Koichi.
Koichi.
All right, all
It's
right.
Koichi.
We might
I
not
said
see eye to
chewy,
eye,
chew.
but we both had good intentions.
Close
Just
enough,
give
I
it
guess.
time. I'm sure we'll figure things out between us one day.
Yeah.
All right. There's so much to discuss, I don't even know where to begin. You've seen it for yourselves now. The devastation in the Night Kingdom.
Yeah.
I'll get straight to the point. Natlan is on the verge of destruction.
Damn.
It's very possible our nation has less than a year before total devastation.
Huh?
Oh,
No.
less than a year.
That can't
So
be
what
true,
are we
can
gonna
it?
do about it? What's your plan?
That's right. But I've only ever disclosed that fact to the handful of people working with me to save this nation. Our looming destruction is not a recent development, but the inevitable conclusion of the disaster the Abyss initiated 500 years ago.
Mulani told us a little bit about that.
500 years ago, all the nations of Teyvat were invaded by the Abyss.
Yeah.
Unlike the
sounds
other
about right.
nations, Natlan never had stable and deep-rooted ley lines, so we suffered the worst of the invasion. The battle against the Abyss was exceedingly long and brutal. In the end, victory came at the cost of our civilization and countless lives. Even then, it took centuries of solving the disasters caused by the Abyss to finally achieve the peace we know today. And still, this is but a superficial
I like how the
victory.
stakes get higher.
The forces of the Abyss have merely been driven back underground. Their threat to Natlan remains as real as ever.
I'd never have guessed.
The problems plaguing the Night Kingdom are all the more complicated because that realm is essentially functioning as Natlan's ley lines. Immediately after the war, our calculations estimated that we would have a maximum of 500 years before the Night Kingdom was completely lost to the Abyss. But at that time, we were a nation of the destitute. Our people no longer believed in victory, nor did they hold hope for the future. Our civilization was dying, our faith crumbling, and the line of power passed down from the Wayab nearly severed. If we didn't bring the nation back together, it would be foolish to even dream of defeating the Abyss in the future. So, the Archon had a long and involved discussion with the heroes of each tribe, and finally came up with a 500-year-long plan to save Natlan.
So that's what happened. After finding Gachina, I encountered a strange figure who gave me a series of new memories. Since the plan was mentioned in those memories, I guess I've been chosen to play an important role in it.
Yeah.
But there's still something I don't understand. Those memories showed me the Pyro Archon from back then. And it was you.
Oh!
Huh? But that doesn't make any sense. The Pyro Archon is supposed to be human. It's impossible for a human to live that long.
Are they answering my question?
That's right. The hardest thing for humans to
Are they answering the
overcome has
question
always
that I've
been
had?
time. Or rather, the natural limitations of our lifespan. A god can extend a human's life by using a certain amount of divine power, or subjecting them to a curse.
Okay.
But, as we all know, Natlan doesn't have gods like that. We can only rely on our own methods. A human life is like a flame destined to be extinguished. 500 years ago, I placed my life within the sacred flame. Only by dying before my time could I have the chance to wake up again.
So, in other words, this is your second life?
Oh.
Yes. We only managed to defeat the Abyss all those years ago because the tribes came together as one. If the Natlan of the future was to have a fighting chance, the Pyro Archons that came after the war had to rebuild the decimated tribes. The goal was to reunite the people and restore the strength of each tribe's Wayab. Once a tribe was back to its full strength, the tribe's Wayab would select a hero, indicating the tribe was once again ready for war. The Chosen would then stand by my side in defense of our nation, just like great heroes of old, 500 years ago.
Oh.
So that means I'm one of the
All
Chosen?
the pieces are falling into place.
That's right. You bear the ancient name Umoja, the same one held by the hero from your tribe 500 years ago. It means unity. After your adventure in the Night Kingdom, I trust you've come to fully understand the meaning of that name.
So in other words, you always knew who the Wayab were going to pick from each tribe?
Yes. According to the plan, each tribe was supposed to have been fully restored by the time I awoke. But something went wrong along the way. The 6 heroes successfully inherited the ancient names from 500 years ago, but the intel regarding the plan wasn't passed on to them. Once again, it comes down to the deterioration of the Night Kingdom. Communication between the Sacred Flame and the Wayab has been blocked.
Just like how the Ode of Resurrection failed to bring Kachina back.
Exactly. It's just another tactic the Abyss is using against us. The Abyss may not possess intelligence, but its methods certainly aren't easy to counter. If we want to unblock that information from being passed on, my presence alone isn't enough. The ancient name-bearer must establish a greater connection to their name. So, I've tried my best to help them from the sidelines. Currently, Shilonin of the Children of Echoes, Kinich of the Scions of the Canopy, and Iansan of the Collective of Plenty have all been acknowledged by their names.
Alright.
During your adventure, you too earned the acknowledgement of your Wayab Mualani. In the process, you gained the memories stored within your name.
But we have less than a year!
Yes, but we have no choice. We cannot start the plan until all the heroes have been gathered.
Damn.
That's also why I haven't been able to take action despite the urgency of the situation.
But if you knew this whole time, why didn't you just tell me about my role in all this? Wouldn't that make everything go a lot faster?
Probably not.
Perhaps, but the opposite could also be true. Knowing your destiny too early could mean failing to realize your full potential.
Sure.
Just like your determination to save Kachina, I hope your commitment to this endeavor comes from your own strength of will, rather than a sense of obligation.
So I suppose you're not going to tell us who the final 2 heroes are then?
That's right. Their time is yet to come. Putting pressure on them beforehand will only hinder their development. I can only trust in the judgment of the Wayab. I have never believed I could solve this crisis alone. In fact, it was precisely because I chose to trust and rely on others that we managed to get this far. Natlan's salvation lies not in its Archon or any singular individual, but in us all. You're quite perceptive, aren't you? I thought I might get away with avoiding the topic.
Huh? Oh, right! All the stuff you stored here before, where did it all go?
Yeah.
Even though I sacrificed my power, I still needed a contingency plan to ensure you would make it back from the Night Kingdom. After all, I was the one who allowed you to take that risk, and Mualani has an important role to play in my plan. In addition to their sentimental value, the items I stored here held a much more important purpose. Fuel.
Fuel? So back then, that's why you...
Yes. The stories embodied by those items are certainly important, but there's an even more significant trait they all share. Every item belonged to a hero of Natlan. Over time, they became imbued with a certain amount of contending fire from being carried in battle. On their own, each item's power is limited, but together, their combined effect can prove quite useful in a dire situation. By burning those items, I was able to activate the contending fire stored within them to open the boundary between the two worlds. It was a rather crude approach, so all their power was depleted in an instant, as you can see.
But weren't they all precious treasures? What about their stories?
That's exactly why I dragged you all here. No matter what, I never wanted the Pyro Archon to have to use that power. Oh, I'm so sorry.
You have nothing to be sorry for. You all deserve my thanks, actually. If you hadn't saved the totem pole, that area of the Night Kingdom would have been forever lost to the Abyss. And then, it would only be a matter of time before the Children of Echoes was met with disaster. Besides, when those heroes entrusted their belongings to me, or the Pyro Archon of their time, it was out of a desire to contribute to Natlan's survival. If they knew those items helped save the present-day heroes of Natlan, they would not mourn their loss.
Even when you put it that way, I still feel bad.
There's no need. Remember what I told you about time? The people and the events of the past are never truly lost to us. We simply carry them with us in a different form. In that sense, we didn't lose anything at all. If you still have regrets, let them fuel your resolve in the battles to come. Your deeds will become new legends and nurture new forms of power just like the items once stored here.
Well, we'd still like to return the favor.
Well, if that's the case, just treat me to a drink sometime.
Say less.
Now that Kachina has returned,
Say
we
less.
can finally hold the victory feast and celebrate your team's triumph in the Night Warden Wars. And we could all use the rest, that's for sure. Plus, you'll be able to silence everyone who doubted you once and for all, Kachina.
It's two jackasses.
Now that I know the danger we're facing, having a victory feast doesn't feel right.
Try not to let it get to you. It's important to stay calm. Worrying about it will only affect your judgment. All right. You should head out. I'll join you in a bit.
Oh. Whoa.
When I was young, I used to sit by the hot springs and listen to the stories of warriors from all over Natlan. They attract people from all walks of life. Friends come easy here, no matter what tribe you're from. The people of the springs have never claimed the hot springs as their own private property. They are there to bring all hot spring buddies together. It's been really nice, seeing the children of my tribe get older. It's helped me gradually understand the true value of the springs. I've witnessed their energy, their determination, their absolute passion for life. Even when they cause trouble, I never managed to hold on to my anger for long. It's unbelievable how quickly they worm their way back into my good graces. I'm certain Mualani will become a great warrior when she grows up. She possesses infinite potential. I can see it. One day, when I'm no longer in fighting form, I'll come here and tell stories to all the children, just like those warriors did for me. So, you better get busy, Pyro Archon, or I'll end up running out of stories.
Even the slow walk is kind of
Our nation is engulfed in darkness. Our tribes stand divided, and yet you promise victory in the distant future. The Abyss is a cunning enemy, one that I faced in battle many times. Were that not the case, I would never understand exercising this degree of caution. My rage will never know absolution, and my power will no longer aid you in victory. But you came to me because you knew you could convince me with just a single sentence. I understand your choice. The heroes of today will forge the path ahead with blood and fire. Just remember to earn us the victory we are owed. Otherwise, rest assured, I'll find a way to collect the debt. For Natlan.
So, you're gonna head 500 years in the future to serve as the Pyro Archon again? But what about the you from right now? You're just gonna die?
You can't ask her those questions and expect her to answer, my dear. The decision is hers
her sister
to
and her
make,
mom?
and she deserves our support. We will do everything we can to rebuild the tribes. Don't you worry. Even across time, we will all do our part to fight for Natlan's future.
Yeah, Mom's right. We'll always believe in you, sis. No, seriously though, Dad should be here. Where is he?
I imagine he didn't know what to say, so he chose not to come at all. Don't take it to heart, my dear. That's just who he is.
That's sad.
Just remember, no matter what happens in the future, we will always love you.
I'll come find you one day. I know I can't live that long, but I'll think of something. There has to be a way for us to meet again one day. If there's an answer out there somewhere, I'm gonna find it.
That's adorably
So,
sad.
don't forget about me.
Oh.
If that's your decision, then you have my full support, Archon.
May our children live to see such a lovely son.
For Natlan!
No one fights alone.
All these people who gave their lives, these great sacrifices.
The rules are my legacy. They shall grant us the strength to overcome the next tragedy.
War forged the 6 tribes, taught us how to fight, instilled in us what it means to love.
Who will be the one to bring this to an end?
That was an ancient voice. Wow.
We are the inheritors of memory and legend. Those who grew alongside sun and wind. Those who forged our own destiny and future. That is Natlan's fire. The lifeblood of our nation.
I knew Chaska would be here, so I just came to deliver some medicine. I was about to leave, actually. It's not that I don't want to celebrate Kachina and the others. I'm so glad she made it back. It's just... well, I'll make things awkward if I'm around my sister right now.
Ah, well, you two had a fight, so Paimon can understand.
She didn't cause any trouble during your trip, right?
Yeah, she was super helpful. She gave us a lot of useful information about the Abyss.
That's good. That's all I needed to know.
Is there a reason you asked? You were pretty outspoken when we first met, but now it's like you're holding something back.
Maybe it seemed unreasonable, picking that fight with her before you left, but I did it for a reason.
Hey, about that lose control
Her
thing.
impulse to fight is extremely strong. Her mental strength helps her rein it in, but she still loses control sometimes. I had no idea what you might face in the Night Kingdom, so I didn't want to take any chances.
So what you're saying is...
Okay, so maybe it sounds a little stupid, but it works pretty well. It helps her keep her cool for a little while, at least. Anyway, I'm just glad you were able to make it back safe and sound. That's all I wanted.
What? Do you really have to go that far? Can't you just talk it out?
No way. Chaska never opens up about her own pain, especially to her family. She can't learn about this, or it'll be even harder to help her.
Thank you for confiding in us.
I appreciate the understanding, and don't worry. I'll find a way to help her ease this burden. Anyway, I need to get going. Enjoy the celebration. Oh, and if you ever need a doctor, you know who to find.
Right about that.
Huh. Who would have thought there was a deeper reason behind their arguing?
I'm trying to look out for each other in their own way.
In the end, it's all the Abyss's fault. Paimon's had enough of them.
Yeah, this is the most the Abyss have done in a minute. Hey. Hold on, he getting down. Wait, hold on. Ah, step to the, hey, what?
Let's give a huge round of applause to our brave young warrior, Kachina!
Woohoo! Well done, Kachina. Thank you, everyone. I'm so glad I finally made it.
I always knew you could do it. With so much potential at your age, you have a great future ahead of you.
You're one to talk. Don't think I didn't know you were the first person to abandon your team.
Dang.
I'll be dealing with you when we get back.
Dang.
I had no choice. My friend invited me. I couldn't just say no.
Yes, you could have. Like this. No. Hey, look, there's the Pyro Archon right back there.
Oh, really?
And she's like
So
hiding.
you weren't just trying to get ahead in the first round?
Oh, I wasn't, I swear. I just happened to find that bearer injured in the wild, so I stopped to bandage his wounds. When he insisted on repaying the favor, what was I supposed to do? I'm just one person. I figured Kachina would have no trouble replacing me.
But the fact of the matter is that after your departure, everyone else started thinking about swapping teams too.
I'm really sorry, Kachina. It was wrong of us to abandon you like that.
It's amazing that you still made it all the way through to the Night Warden Wars. That's the highest honor.
So, what about you guys? Did you make it far?
Our team captain drank too much the night before the competition and turned up late to the stadium on the day. We got disqualified.
Ooh, that's too bad.
Serves you all right. No sympathy for me.
Alright. There's no need to be like that, Uncle Pakal.
Dear friends, I'd like to say a few words. Firstly, I'm grateful to my friends and our great Archon for helping to bring me back. This traveler and his companion Paimon are some of the strongest people I've ever met. If they were allowed to participate in the pilgrimage, I have no doubt that they'd win the whole thing. They've agreed to let me learn from them. With their help, I believe I can
can become even stronger still. And let's not forget my good friends, Moalani, Chaska, Kanich, and Aeon-san. They all helped the Traveler and Paimon figure out a way to bring me back from the Night Kingdom. They too
Just got
deserve
the
to be
Natlan
called our
already.
heroes.
We doing it again.
Please give another round of applause for them. Thank you so much.
Well said.
Very well said.
I'll drink to that.
How does it feel being a hero, Kachina?
To be honest, it's a bit overwhelming. It all just feels so surreal.
Well, you better get used to it. Next up, undefeated champion!
That way I'll also become a champion coach. Ha!
Hey, please don't make fun of me.
Oh. Don't worry, I'm coming to talk to her.
I knew more than I let on.
It's fine.
Everything comes at a price, and most heroes aren't people who set out to become a hero. If you cling too tightly to your goal, you end up losing things that are far more precious. But in any case, we're now on the same page.
Yes, we are.
I wonder how long before the two final heroes appear. From the Flower Feather Clan and the Masters of the Night Wind.
Could you imagine if the final hero from the Masters of the Night Wind was just like the captain? I know the captain isn't from like Natlan, so that wouldn't make sense. But imagine, we would be unbelievably screwed, actually.
I've been through so much all at once.
Everything, everywhere, all at once.
Everything still kind of feels like a dream.
Are you still feeling unwell?
Nope, all better now. I told you I bounced back pretty quick, so don't worry about me. I bet you guys must be tired, though. Make sure you get some good rest tonight. You gotta recharge so you'll be in the mood to have fun.
Fair.
At previous victory feasts, you'd always find me in the crowd singing and dancing. But after what I found out today, it's too much. I'm still trying to process it.
It's perfectly understandable.
It
Take all the
does
time
feel
you
weird
need.
seeing you so out of sorts.
It's important to try to enjoy moments like this when they come along.
Is this another pearl of wisdom based on your adventuring experience?
Well, Paimon agrees with the Traveler. Everyone's come together to celebrate Kachina's achievements. That's gotta be a first.
You're right. Kachina looks really happy. And now I'm being the moody one. Ugh, enough doom and gloom. Time to shake it off.
We can worry about doom and gloom a little later. Let's just enjoy the moment for a day.
It cost us a lot, but we got Kachina back safely.
Yeah.
And that's what matters. There'll be even tougher challenges coming our way in the days ahead, though. We'll have to train harder, make sure we're in peak condition. That includes you, Paimon. I can do a special one-off session to show you the ropes. Interested?
No thanks.
Oh no, I think you should take the course. I didn't even see Castle there.
It's rare to meet travelers as strong and brave as yourselves.
I'm pretty sure I butchered her name.
I raise my glass to you. Anyway, my sister's already gone back to her tribe. She has patients to treat.
Oh, we actually ran into her on the way here and, well, Paimon just thinks she really cares about you.
Yeah, I'm planning on visiting home myself in a few days. To tell her and the rest of the family that they need to be extra careful. I just hope they take it seriously. The Abyss has likely sensed your arrival in Natlan by now.
Mm-hmm.
So exercise caution on your adventures as well.
Understood. Thank you. Alright, I think that was everybody that needed to be talked to. Yeah, because they're off dancing. Enjoying yourself, Milani?
Let's party! I'm a little embarrassed.
Don't be. Come on, you're the star of the show today.
Alright. Alright. How do I say your name? I don't want to just keep referring to
You're
you
here.
as the power-up.
Have some fruit juice. I got it specially for you two.
Oh,
Wow,
shucks.
that's Paimon's favorite!
You look like you've still got questions. Ask away.
Isn't your plan a little convoluted? Why didn't you get the heroes of the past to join you in this age?
Because they had their own lives to live.
Fair.
The thought of telling
Perfectly
them,
understandable.
abandon your families and everyone you love, and come with me to the end of time. For in 500 years, Natlan will be destroyed. It seemed too cruel.
That's understandable, though.
You could just as easily point out that everything in this world would come to an end eventually. But life is short. And beyond a point, it just doesn't seem real. Imagine if I said, let's leave right now, and go save the sun because it'll flame out in a few million years. It would sound quite ridiculous.
Yeah.
I couldn't make them shoulder that burden with me. Besides, every generation will have its heroes, this one included. The plan could still work without them. Or, of course, without me. But since I was the one who came up with the plan, I felt duty-bound to see it through to the end.
Paimon's suddenly remembering that portrait in your room. Was that your family from back then?
Yes, it was. So when you ask me who my sister grew up to be, the truth is that very little information survives. From what I've been able to piece together, I can conclude with a reasonable degree of confidence that she ended up as an architect and artist. She played an instrumental role in rebuilding the scions of the Canopy tribe, designing and building many houses. But of course, none of her buildings are around anymore.
Oh.
Still, it was an impressive achievement, and I'm very proud of her.
So that's the life you had to leave behind.
You feel loss keenly. It seems to stir up feelings of regret in you. But this is something I have long since come to terms with. This is a war, and there can be no war without loss. I am already far more fortunate than those who lost their lives to the Abyss. The people of Natlan look to me as their Archon, and the weight of their expectations is mine to bear. I must see our fate through to the very end, no matter what I may find there.
That's actually what I wanted to ask. If you're already aware of fate.
Yeah, doesn't that mean the way everything ends has already been written, including your plan?
I suppose, but so what? Don't forget, time takes many forms.
There.
The past, present, and future coexist, and all are equally important. Even if the future ends in destruction, there's still no reason to give up on the here and now. And it's precisely because we humans cannot know our fate that we will never give up on our struggle. This is a pivotal moment. We are still 2 heroes short. Well, 3 to be precise. There's one further hero who I'm hoping to get on my side, whatever it takes.
Surely you don't mean me.
Your resistance to the corrupting power of the Abyss is truly remarkable. It would easily make you an all-important figure in the upcoming battle.
That is true.
If you agree to join us, you will not only gain my full support in your journey, but I will also forge a brand new ancient name for you.
Damn! An ancient name? For moi?
Ancient names can be forged?
Didn't even know that was possible.
They can. Several strict conditions must be met, but if they couldn't be forged at all, then the number of them in circulation would have long dwindled to 0. Possessing an ancient name would mean that your adventures in Natlan are recorded in full. Your stories would be remembered by our people for all the years to come.
Interesting.
The Ode of Resurrection may have temporarily lost its power, but still, take this as my personal guarantee that I shall never let you fall.
I love her. I love her already. Yep, yep.
Just like in the Night Kingdom, I will be there for you. That is a promise I will fulfill at all costs. This nation always honors its heroes.
Oh, shucks. You don't have to promise me anything. I just want to help out the people.
Yeah, we can't just ignore the situation,
you know, which is what we
here.
do in every other nation, and probably including the next one after this.
Wonderful. Then I'll reach out to Shilonen right away. She's the one who will forge the name. We've never forged an ancient name for an Outlander before, but I trust she'll find a way.
That was amazing.
My lord.
Oh.
We've received word that the Pyro Archon has lost much of her power.
How do they know this? Who snitched?
Although your injury complicates things, this is most certainly the opportune time to seize the Gnosis.
How do they know? How do they know?
Victory and defeat are rules, not outcomes. I have never taken advantage of an opponent in a time of weakness, and I don't intend to start now. As for you, I must confess, I did not expect that little trick of yours to save the day.
No matter how dense the fog, as long as the sun remains, we cannot turn day into night. She could have dispelled it. She simply chose not to.
Who the hell is that?
You don't have much time. And you're injured on top of that. What do you plan to do next?
Who is this?
I'm beginning to see
Who
just
is
how
that?
useful you may turn out to be. You heard something from here, didn't you?
You're just gonna leave me in suspense like that?
Oh, something else you'd like to ask?
I like that I can still talk to you. Milady, yes!
Well, our intel suggests he hasn't made any new movements yet. Although Kenichi's investigation helped us confirm that he's being aided by someone from the Masters of the Nightwind. I'm getting closer to narrowing down who that may be, but it's still unclear whether this person aided the captain out of willingness or coercion. If you learn anything about this during your adventures, please let me know.
Absolutely.
Oh, something else you'd like to ask?
About the elemental energy in the Abyss.
The Abyss is the most formidable enemy in all of Tibet. In the beginning, it took failure and tragedy to even begin to learn how to fight back. All of the methods you've seen in other nations were developed based on experience and insight passed down over generations. We know them to work, but few of us actually understand why. It's the same for the method we use here in Natlan. Ever since ancient times, elemental energy has been one of our most reliable weapons against the Abyss. As for the principles behind it, I'm afraid you might have to seek answers from someone older than the position of Pyro Archon itself. Oh, something else you'd like to ask?
About the absence of people... About the absence of people from Natlan in other nations.
That also comes down to the long-standing effects of the Abyss. Our people's survival is inextricably tied to the Wyab, but their power has its limits. They cannot offer our people the same degree of protection outside our borders. In fact, people who do decide to leave often suffer from memory loss and emotional issues.
Oh.
Everyone in Natlan understands this. That's why our people never leave without a good cause. Even if someone is left with no choice, the chief of their tribe must seek approval with the Wyab to grant them leave. And the Wyab have always been very strict about granting that approval, since extending protection beyond our borders means consuming power reserved for our fight against the Abyss. Still, there's no need to worry. The Wyab extend their protection to all within Natlan, including visitors from afar.
Love it.
Something else you'd like to ask?
I've got no other questions, milady. Wow, that was a nice little. I enjoyed that a lot. That act was actually pretty good. I didn't say go to that. I said check this. Okay, give me that. Thank you. Nice. Can't wait to see what the rest of Natlan brings. I'm very excited for that. And what scares me is the fact that I know we're eventually gonna have to fight the captain. I feel like it's already set in stone. It's coming up. I know it's gonna happen. I'm not ready for that fight. We just fought the knave not too long ago. She got work done. Like, so, yeah. However, I am ready to see what happens next in Natlan. I'm ready for the next act already. But, thank you for joining me on this journey. Hope you enjoyed the commentary. I'm trying to get better, trying to improve my commentary, trying to talk a little more. And as I build my community, hopefully I can interact with more of you. But until then, I will see you all in the next one. Peace.